So, it seems like something very interesting is happening in the AI world. The biggest players, China and the US, are both trying to block access to their best AI models. And they are trying to block the outside world, from accessing their models. We've seen this first with Trump, the Trump administration trying to control who has access to Fable and Mythos models from Anthropic. And they've done the same with ChatGPT 5.6 SOL. So it seems like this is something that's here to stay. I know that they reversed the decision, but it just symbolizes an unprecedented move to block the most powerful models from being accessed outside of US soil. And the same is happening, or at least China is considering also blocking access to their most powerful models. So it seems like we are diverging or distancing ourselves away from, an interconnected AI world. Seems like it's going to be mostly contained. So in the future, we will really have an AI that can only be accessed in US soil, another one that can only be accessed in China, another one that can only be accessed in the EU. And, this will force a lot of European countries, African countries, South American, and, the rest of the world will have to invest on AI. They will have to try and catch up, because if the US is really able to create an AI that can really, help economically, and it really makes sense economically speaking, this just means that they won't share this with anyone. And it's the same with China. If you really see that there is an ability to, for example, exploit vulnerabilities, help with war, or anything that can give you an advantage in situations that geopolitical situations, economic situations, I think that they will block the access. So they are going to say, no, this is something that only Americans should be using. And even among Americans, it's clear that the most powerful models are only going to be accessed if you are someone that is at the top of the chain, the top of the food chain. I don't think the average Joe is going to have access to the most powerful models. Not only because the most powerful models are going to be extremely expensive, but because even if they were, even if they weren't as expensive as they are, it would still be considered a risk to give the average Joe access to a model that powerful, considering that jailbreaking a lot of these models doesn't seem to be that hard. And yeah, it's just going to be a very interesting new era for AI, because it will force every other country to try and catch up. For example, we have Europe that has Mistral, but compared to any of the most powerful models, Mistral is a joke. It's behind. It's very much behind, and I think it's the only competitive one that we have in Europe, and it's not competitive at all. So it will be interesting to see what Europe does to try and catch up. Of course, that right now we can say that chatbots, economically speaking, don't make a lot of sense, but the trend seems to be that they are going to improve, and they are already very useful in specific scenarios that can give the edge to, to a lot of companies, for example, in the US. But yeah, we don't see this in Europe. We don't see this technological advancement pursuits in Europe. It seems like there's just not this much investment. But yeah, this will force them to do it, and I am very interested to see what is going to happen. I'm also going to be interested to see what's going to happen in China, why they are really considering closing, access to their best models, especially because they are like the land of open source models, which I think are the future of LLMs. I think LLMs are going to be dominated by open source, and yeah, but that's a conversation for another video. For the moment, let me know what you guys think about this development. Do you think this is good for AI, for the AI world, for the AI race? Do you think this is bad? And leave a like and subscribe. See you in the next video.